I'm so excited to get started with our writing today. You know, someone made a comment to me yesterday and I thought it was a really good point. You know what they said? They said, Mrs. Bartlett, do you realize that we're doing the same thing in reading that we're doing in writing? And I thought, you know, that's exactly right. The things that we do in reading actually help us in writing, don't they? One of the things that we've been doing in our reading workshop time as we're learning about informational text is we've been learning about how to use text features. How sometimes the text features give us the same information as the text, and sometimes the text features give us new information. Did you know that as writers, we can use text features in our writing to help teach our readers? Yeah, the same thing that we're learning in reading, we can then use in our writing to make our writing the best it can be. We're going to try that today with text features. Here's our goal for today. I can add text features to my facts or categories to help readers understand important information about my topic. You ready to try it out? Let's start. Doing this work as a writer is a lot like doing it as a reader. We ask ourselves almost the exact same questions. Here's the question we ask when we're thinking about it for writing. What parts of what I just wrote do I want to include in a text feature? So what did I write on my paper that I want to then put into a text feature so that my reader really understands how important it is? Then we ask ourselves, what new information could I add in a text feature? So maybe there's something that you didn't write on the page, but you could make a text feature and that would tell your reader even some more information about your topic. So remember first, what parts of what I just wrote do I want to include in a text feature? And what new information could I add through a text feature?
Okay, writers, now I want to try that work using my informational text that I've been writing about my home. So the first question is, what did I put in my writing that I also want to include in a text feature? Well, maybe I could say something about when I talked about what it was, how to be safe around alligators, or what do you do if you see an alligator. I'm going to add a caption. Remember, a caption is a small piece of writing that goes along with your photograph or illustration. So I'm going to add a caption that says, people should stay away from alligators, right? Because that talks about what is in my text. I back away slowly. So I'm going to add my caption right here underneath my picture. People should stay away from alligators. And then sometimes you see captions in a box. So I'm going to put a little box around my caption so they know that it's not part of my writing, but it's a text feature. Did you see how I did that? I asked what is in my writing that I could also put into a text feature, and then I decided to make a caption because that's a kind of text feature I see a lot. On my next page, I'm going to try to think about the second question. What new information can I give using a text feature? So this page is all about my house. And even though I talked a little bit about my house, I wasn't specific about the things that were inside of my house. So I think I'm going to make a text feature of labels so that I can label some of the things in my house that my readers will know what it is. And I didn't give that information down here. I just said it was a living room and a couch that can fit lots of people on it. But I didn't talk about our television or our dining room table. So I'm going to add those labels. When you add a label, you draw a line from the thing you want to label up to the label. So this is our TV with the Rays game, because that's usually what's on TV if the TV's on. So this is our TV with the Rays game. This is our dining room table. Dining room table where we eat all of our meals. And this is our big window in the front. Big window in the front. So do you see how I added some new information I didn't put anywhere in my writing that we usually watch the Rays game on TV, or we have a big window in the front of our house, or that we have a dining room table. So those labels give my readers new information that's not in the text. So did you see how I did that? I thought, what information did I write about that I could also put in a text feature? And on this page, I showed a caption of how people should stay away from alligators. On this page, I thought, what is some new information I could put in the text feature that's not in my writing? And I added some labels of some important things in my house that wasn't in my writing, but it was new information. That's how you can use text features to give even more information to your readers about your topic.
Okay, writers, it's your turn to try this work. Here's your job as a writer today. First, you need to reread your informational text. That's a really important step, so don't skip it. Reread what you wrote so that your brain can jump back in where you were yesterday, and it'll help you get some good ideas going for your writing. I want you then to think, what parts of what I just wrote do I want to include in a text feature? Or what parts of what I wrote yesterday do I want to include in a text feature? And then add it. Then I want you to think, what new information could I add through a text feature? And I want you to add that text feature. Remember, you don't have to do both of those on one page. You might do one on the first page and then add new information on the second page. You know lots of different types of text features because you've been studying them. Captions, photographs. You could add diagrams or labels. Lots of different things that you could add as a text feature, but just pick one or two for each page so that your writer doesn't get overwhelmed. Now, adding text features isn't going to take a long time, so I have some other jobs for you to do during your writing time today. Remember yesterday I said that you had yesterday and today to add a lead and an ending. So I added the charts on here to help you remember how to make a lead and how to make an ending. So both of those need to be completed during your writing time today. All right? You've got a lot of work ahead of you, writers, but I am confident that you're going to do a fantastic job. When your writing time is over, head back to the Near Pond slide so that you can reflect on the day. Have fun!